Hello, welcome to today's The Word in a Flash. I'm Dr. Freddie B. Wilson. Today's subject is knowledge versus wisdom. In my book, Empowered by Wisdom, I wrote that there is a difference between knowledge and wisdom. Wisdom is not always understood for what it really is. Some people get wisdom confused with knowledge. Having knowledge does not necessarily mean you have wisdom. Knowledge is simply the tacit information one can gather or obtain about certain matters, situations, circumstances, or events. Wisdom, on the other hand, is the ability to use this information and applying it to work successfully through and beyond the matter at hand. Wisdom can be used in a worldly sense, but only godly wisdom will withstand the test of time. There are many examples of wisdom being applied in the Bible. Esther is but one example of wisdom. Esther used her selflessness, and it was a sure sign of having wisdom to know she needed to make a difference in the lives of others. As Esther realized, wisdom is waiting for you to realize you need to reach out and take a hold on wisdom to better your life. You have to have enough wisdom to know God is in control and not you. No matter how much you achieve in education, business, or your career, you can't outdo what God can do for you, and you should give God the credit for all you were able to achieve. Proverbs 8 1 through 2 says, "Listen as wisdom calls out. Hear as understanding raises her voice. On the hilltop along the road, she takes her stand at the crossroad." Proverbs 8 and 5 says, "You simple people, use good judgment. You foolish people, show some understanding." True wisdom does not always come easily. You have to be wise enough to withstand correction from others or directly from God, no matter how successful, accomplished, or educated you are. Some people think of themselves as being so prominent in their individual jobs, positions, or specialties that they will only listen to certain people. You've heard the expression many times, from the mouths of babes. That simply means God can bless you with information from the least likely of sources. Pay attention to the information God places before you and make wise decisions. Proverbs 13 through 15 says, "People who despise advice are asking for trouble. Those who respect a command will succeed. The instruction of the wise is like a life-giving fountain. Those who accept it avoid the snares of death. A person with good sense is respected. A treacherous person is headed for destruction." 1 Corinthians 8 1 through 3 says, "We know that we all have knowledge about this issue, but while knowledge makes us feel important, it is love that strengthens the church. Anyone who claims to know all answers doesn't really know very much. But the person who loves God is the one whom God recognizes." This passage shows that everyone has access to knowledge. As part of our education, we gain a lot of knowledge over the years. Many times the knowledge gained is beneficial. However, some of us will use that knowledge to make it appear that we're better than other people. We have become impressed with knowledge and even sometimes consider what we have is wisdom. Proverbs 3 7 through 10 says, "Don't be impressed with your own wisdom. Instead, fear the Lord and turn away from evil. Then you will have healing for your body and strength for your bones. Honor the Lord with your wealth and with the best part of everything you produce. Then he will fill your barns with grain, your vats will overflow with good wine." There are many circumstances where our knowledge won't be enough to become the wisdom that will enable us to get out of our circumstances. Psalms 111:10 says, "The fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom." We must always acknowledge God in all we do and ask Him for the wisdom and courage we need to use our faith to move forward in our lives. Yes, it takes wisdom and courage for us to exercise our faith. Wisdom will give us what we need to do something and encourage us, and courage will give us the boost to act on that information. It takes a lot to act out on our faith, especially when people around you don't believe you're capable of tackling the challenges you're facing. Proverbs 3 13 to 15 says, "Joyful is the person who finds wisdom, the one who gains understanding. For wisdom is more profitable than silver, and her wages are better than gold. Wisdom is more precious than rubies. Nothing you desire can compare with her. I encourage you to take your current knowledge and turn it into godly wisdom that will take you far in your life. Be blessed. Remember, anyone can survive, but you need to strive.